Hi, it's 116 Pigeon website. My name is Ruby in Haowen. Today's subject is feeding and managing. We're gonna share with you the racing loft and racing systems in this loft. Here we are in Brabant province, visiting Jef Vanwinkel.
Hi, my name is Jef Vanwinkel.
Okay, first we ask Jef, what distance race you mainly participate in?
Mostly it starts by 350 up to 650.
What races you join?
Our most important races are the national races. You have Bourges, Châteauroux, Issoudun, Montluçon, La Souterrain, and that's it. It's going from 465 up to 580. But a few times a year I race also Tulle, Souillac, that are races around 700 kilometers.
Then when do you build this loft?
In 2018, all my lofts were burning down. In 20 minutes, I have nothing anymore. I lose around 500 pigeons. A lot of my best breeding hens are dead on that moment. My best racers are dead. So I start again in 2019. It's not so easy to start again from zero. But last year we still have, 18 first prizes in club. I make second national in the sector on Bourges. I make a 13 national, I make a 27 national. So it's going back a little bit up.
Jef, could you explain how you race? What's your racing systems here?
I race my young birds, cocks and hens, but as yearling and old ones, I race only hens. Also with the youngsters, when the youngsters are paired up, so in half of the year, around June, then I'm gonna separate cocks and young hens, and then I fly, like we call it, on the door. The cocks in one loft, the hens in the other loft. By basketing, we let them together, and then we basket, and they came home and they stayed together until the day after. With the old and the yearlings, I show the cocks before they go into the basket. When they release from the race, they stay also together until the next day.
Jef, could you explain us your loft, please?
The loft with the number 14 on, that's for old and yearling birds. The second loft, it stays empty. Then we have 4 lofts with young birds. That's my second round. Then the loft in the corner until number 3, until 1, 2, 3, 4 is for the young birds. The next loft, the loft in front of you now, that's for the trapping birds, for the Spanish figuratas. loft number 3, 2 and 1 is for the old birds. And those lofts here are the lofts of my grandchildren.
How many racers you have?
I race with 70 old and yearlings. With youngsters, I breed 250 youngsters for myself. And because we have a lot of problems with the sparrowhawk, because the sparrowhawk take nearly every day 1 or 2.
Jeff, will your racers stay in the same loft all the time, all the year?
The old and the yearlings, they stay the whole year in the same loft.
How do you train your old bird before the season starts?
Just like I said, I put them into the very big baskets, into my small truck, and I bring them away the first time on 5 or 6 kilometers, then 15 and then 26, and then they go to the club.
Okay.
With the young birds, it's different. I drive 7 or 8 times, but then they must do at least 3 times 26 kilometers, and then they go to the club.
Then during the seasons, how do you train your old birds at home?
The old birds, they train mostly in the morning. That's 25 minutes. And in the evening, when it's not too hot, then they train around 15 minutes. I found out when they train too long, on Saturday you don't have prize.
When you are training the young bird, are they forced to fly or they fly freely?
The first 3 weeks they came out, they can do what they want. Then I have discs, the tops, the lids of buckets in all colors. Then I throw them into the air, then I force them to fly. I do that 2 or 3 days after each other. And then I do 1 whole week with the flag, a big Belgian flag, 2 meters by 2 meters, and mostly then they fly. But that's then until they fly good, and then we wait until they are going away for 15 minutes, and then we starting the private training 5 kilometers, 10, 15, 20, 26, and then we go with the club.
Then before the race, we will show the cocks to the hen.
The first 3 times that my pigeons go in the basket with the club, I don't show anything. The 4th time, then the cocks are coming to the lofts before the basketing, and when they came back, they stay together until the day after. I do that because otherwise the hens pair up too easily with each other. So the cocks, they are paired up with the hens, are sitting in the aviary behind, and they came on the basketing day from there to here. And then I close it, and they can't go back.
Okay.
And on Sunday at noon, I open it, and they know it after the 3rd week, and they go out of themselves, they go back to the aviary.
What do you feed for your racers?
That's in the beginning of the season, I give them this. That is until end of April. They get only this. That's a very light mixture. Then we take half of this and half of sport mixture. Those two together. When the national races, we talk about old and yearling pigeons, then came by those two, come this and this also by it. for the 2 last meals. For the young birds, we start with breeding mixture. After 3 weeks, we give breeding mixture, 3 parts and 1 part of depurative. Zuivering, we call it in Belgium. And when the racing season starts for the young birds, we give just the same as for the old birds.
How do you pay extra attention during season for your racers?
During the racing season, I am mostly 14 hours a day on the a la pigeon loft. And then you see very quickly if there is something wrong. I go twice to the vet. In the beginning of the season.
For everyone?
For my old birds. And then when the young bird starts, with the young birds. And with very little medicines, I keep my pigeons healthy. Because on every loft is an aviary. And I nearly never have problems with respiratory disease.
You got a new team here.
Yes, these are my 2 oldest grandsons. This is Goran, this is Tristan.
Hello, I am Goran.
Yeah?
I am Tristan.
Okay.
We make up the team of Luhes, but our youngest brothers, well, they are too young to also play with the pigeons.
Yeah. But they are in the team too?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
We only race with the young pigeons and our grandfather with the older pigeons. We have around 40 young pigeons and we mostly have blue pigeons and only a few whites.
Then when do you and your brothers start to race?
We started racing with the pigeons, I think about 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
And they race themselves and now until 2 years. They race already 2 first prizes. 1 first prize in the club, another first prize in the club, but also 1 first prize in the combine.
Jeff, what is this one? Could you explain?
That's an owl, a plastic owl, and his head is turning all the time with wind. We have a lot of problems with the sparrowhawk who catch the pigeons, but that's a type of uhu, and that's the name of the owl, and he is catching the sparrowhawk. So the sparrowhawk is very scared of that type of owl, and that's why he is standing there. That's a pigeon. It's nearly not a pigeon. His name is a Spanish figurata. We use them for locking the birds out of the sky. When the birds, when our pigeons, or when a lot of pigeons came over, we throw that pigeon to the loft, and then our pigeons, they are inside that group. They're coming quicker down. Now I'm gonna show it how we do it. There is no pigeon now, but I show it. So we do like that, and pigeons fly immediately to the loft, and the others came immediately down.
If you like our video, please like, subscribe and share. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.